All right, y'all. So I can't look because I'm driving, but I have to do my honey pack review. I was doing like a whole fancy video and all that stuff, but for what? So a lot of people were asking from like even last year about the honey packs, mostly because they were asking if I sell them, if I know where to get them from and things like that. But at the time when I was first hearing about the honey packs, I also was reading that the FDA had put a ban out on them. So even though I had found a supplier, it didn't make professional sense to carry something that I wasn't sure about. So I didn't even bother. Anytime someone would ask, even up to maybe in the past couple of months, I would just tell them I don't really know because I wasn't sure and I didn't have enough data to do anything with it. So fast forward to last weekend, it's me and Chris's anniversary. So the kids are gone and we're going out of town, and I don't even know how they came up in conversation, but one of us suggested trying it because we never tried any supplements before like that, and the opportunity was there because like if something went crazy, there were no kids. So he ran to a local shop. It was like a smoke shop, and if you go to the right part of the hood, the smoke shop basically sells everything. So the guy even threw in a freebie, a completely different product for free, and we ended up with like 6 of them plus the freebie. So before we started using them, I was like, let me get a rundown of what's inside, because even when I was looking online, I couldn't find the actual ingredients. And then the FDA readout basically was just saying that they slip sildenafil into some of the batches, and some of them have tadalafil in some of the batches, and then some of them don't have either ingredient. And both of those ingredients are the main ingredients in Viagra and Cialis. And if you know anything about Viagra, it was discovered by accident. The chemist who made Viagra was making a blood thinner and basically accidentally created something that focused the blood flow to the genitals and created better erections. So it was a complete mistake, but once they figured out the key ingredients, they were able to license them out, and then you got Cialis and some other brands. So anyway, why is that a problem, right? The problem is, if you don't know sildenafil is in there, and you don't know that tadalafil is in there, and you already take blood thinners or anticoagulants, it is possible that you could just die. You can have a heart attack. You can lower your blood pressure to a point where your heart stops. You can have tachycardia. There's a number of reasons why you would need to know that those 2 ingredients, or either one of those ingredients, are in something that you're taking, especially if you think the thing is plant-based. Because when you read the ingredients, when I read the ingredients, it had maca root, Panax ginseng, one other herb, and royal honey. I think there was another ingredient as well. Now, we took all of the packs, so I can't tell you right now what was in there because they're gone. So when I read the ingredients, I was like, oh, this is normal. This is like, these are regular herbal supplements that have been historically used for better erections, improved blood flow. So what's the problem? But then I remembered the FDA warning. So did I go back and find the FDA warning so that I could read it before I took the honey pack? No. What did I do? I went to the liquor store and I bought some XXL wine because everybody was talking about that too. So fuck it. Why not do both? This wasn't a sexpert professional research session. This was a it's about to go down, fuck it session. So got the wine, got some vodka. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. And then what we did was, because like if you were taking a regular supplement like a Cialis or a Viagra, they tell you to take it at least an hour prior to engaging in sexual activity. Now, because this is a liquid and because it was honey based, we did 30 minutes before. So we were driving to the Keys, and halfway there we just decided both of us would start taking them. Typically, women do not take these supplements because they are marketed toward men for their erections. But fun fact, when women are getting aroused, it is done in the same exact fashion as a male erection. You need blood flow to go to the genitals. You need blood flow to fill into the mons pubis. You need blood flow in the labia. You need blood flow in the clitoris. So, why can't I get some? Why can't I try some? Like, why would I not want to be aroused quicker or more intensely, right? So I took a pack and he took a pack, and then we got in late. We checked into the hotel. We, showered up, all that good stuff. And then, like, we drank some of the wine, which technically and typically, if you were talking to a medical professional, they would suggest not drinking alcohol while taking such a supplement. But again, this was not a professional situation. This was two grown-ups saying whatever happens. So we drank and everything was fine. And then we started using it because it started working. And I know I felt like, when you sit down for a certain amount of time and all the blood kind of pools into your crotch area, I felt like a tingly sensation. And then my nipples started working, and I was like, oh, okay, I think this is happening. And so it worked the first time. And then when we were finished, most of the time you'll feel exhausted and you're like, okay, that's it. But there was still energy there, so we were able to do it again, and then again. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone now. And then like a couple hours later, I was like, you want to do it again? And again. And that was one pack. So then the next day, we took some in the morning. And then midday, we also found out that you can... been talking to my crotch. Sorry, y'all. Midday, we also found out that if you use a stimulant like caffeine, it can intensify the product. So we did that. We drank some coffee, and then we took another pack. So 2 packs in one day. And it still worked. There was no jitteriness. There was no heart palpitations. There was no extended erections or anything of that nature, which typically happens when you're taking a sexual performance aid. None of that happened. So it felt plant-based because we take maca, we take ginseng, like all of the things that are supposed to be in there, moringa, we take those on a regular basis separately. And it felt just like that. It felt like you got a little boost, and it worked effectively without any side effects. However, based on the FDA warning, they don't put the sexual enhancers in every single batch. And I think that's the manufacturer trying to beat the system and trying to make sure that they go undetected by the FDA as much as possible. And so I can't really say if it had those ingredients in there, but I can say that for the whole entire weekend, all 6 packs were used, which means that we took 3 each, and it was effective. It worked quickly. I made sure that we drank a lot of water just to make sure that the circulation was going, and it was fine. So, I will get some garlic bread. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will pick up some garlic bread. He's making pasta. So, yeah, so it worked fine, and there were no side effects that I can speak to. He was fine as well, unless unless he has some side effects he want to throw in there. But I think it worked fine. Now, does that mean it's going to work fine every single time? No, because this is a gamble, considering that these sexual enhancers may be in some of the batches. So what does that mean for me on a professional level as a sexpert? That means that I need to buy 6 more and try again. I will try again for you guys to make sure that it's safe. Quality control is what I'm going to call it. This time I think I'm going to get a case, mix up the variables, right? Because maybe those first 3 were a fluke. Maybe the sildenafil is in the next 3. We'll see. And I'll report back. But for now, I will say it's something that you can use at your own discretion. It is possible that you may get a batch where the performance enhancers are in there. And if you do have any medical concerns that you're working through, that's a risk that you will be taking. Now, if you're having issues with erection, you may need to see a urologist and just find out what the actual problem is. Don't use things that are stopgaps. For me, things like this are to be used by people who have average health, nothing really outstanding that would put them in danger, who are trying to enhance for fun, not because you have a chronic issue. If you're having problems with erections on a daily basis, you need to see a professional. You need to find out if you have any blockages in your blood flow. Do you have any blood clots? Do you have any coagulation? Is there anything going on with your body that needs to be addressed? So it's all fun and games. Like, it was a good product over this past weekend, but for anyone who has medical problems, I would definitely say skip this one because it is a risk. I didn't see any articles that said that there were any deaths attributed to the product. However, if you're dead, how are you going to tell the doctor what happened to you? If you die while they're trying to resuscitate you, they don't know what's in your system. And then by the time they test you, the sildenafil and the tadalafil may have already been flushed out. And they may just find those regular ingredients. Or they may all be flushed out. Maybe you urinated and you evacuated those things from your body. So if you have a heart condition, if you have diabetes, if you have ever had a stroke, if you've ever had any brain issues, I would say skip the honey pack. But for us, other people, for everybody else, it is a gamble, but it may be worth a try. Again, I'm gonna try another pack, another set, and see what happens. I also got put onto another product yesterday, patch. So I will be sourcing the patch as well. Sometimes if I reach out to the manufacturer, they'll just send it to me for free. So if I get additional packs, I will share with you guys. But I think, again, the honey pack it's cute, it's fun if used properly and if there's no underlying issues, but it can definitely be risky, and I would say use it at your own discretion. But I will also say that it worked. So that is my honey pack review. I do have the ingredients up on the blog, so I will share that link in my stories later once I get back in the house, after I pick up the garlic bread that I was instructed to purchase. I will put the link in my stories so that you guys can take a look. If you have any allergies to any of those ingredients, you want to skip this. If you have any heart issues, you want to skip this. We got a professional on here. Hey, April Lee. So definitely consult with your medical professionals if you are being treated for something. Again, tachycardia, if you have low blood pressure, if you have extremely high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, skip the honey packs. And I will go into additional details on the blog as to why you should skip it. But essentially, you don't want to die. You don't want to die just to get a nut. That's never the goal. You want to live to see another nut. So we will find some healthy alternatives for erection aids. We will find some healthy alternatives for aphrodisiacs. We will find things for you that will allow you to get the arousal that you need without having to risk your health, because there's other things to risk. So that's it for now. Again, I will share the link to the ingredients and the write-up in my stories once I get parked up. But I just wanted to share that little experience about the honey pack. If you want more details, DM me, because I don't want to say too much, but it was cool. It was nice. And I will see you guys later. How do I get out of these?
While I am a mental health professional, I am not a physician. Please consult with your doctor with any concerns pertaining to your physical health. Be safe and have fun.